Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and neither of these blokes. This is the guys from BAMF up against TFF. Tanking for fun, TFF versus BAMF on Ruinberg at Tier 8 Clan Wars. After this game, we're going to have an epic T28 battle for you, but before that, fires up. This is the YouTube gamer's point of view in this Tier 8 Clan Wars battle on Ruinberg against TFF, the Tanking for Fun clan. BAMF have been pretty active on the Clan Wars map at Tier 8. And you can see they've gone pretty heavy in this lineup. In fact, they've gone very heavy. All heavy tanks, 3 defenders, 2 IS3s, 1 Object 252, which is another name for the defender, a couple of T32s, and 2 of the big boxy German Tier 8s, the VK100-01P. Now, the YouTube gamer trying to create some memes here by the looks of it, if that's the right word for it. Doing a bit of reverse side scraping, looking towards the IS3s. He puts a shot in for 413 hit points of damage, and he's just getting warmed up. You can see here, good thing, I like to see this here in Clan Wars, the YouTube gamer not going for full APCR, which is 440 damage, 265 pen, just staying with his standard for 225 penetration. Clearly sees Clan Wars as a way to grind those credits, and you'll see some pretty handy credits in the post-game battle results. He's in a very, very interesting position here. On Ruinberg, you can see on the mini-map, you can see that this is looking like an all-in brawl in the centre of town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 heavy tanks have been spotted out of the enemy's 10 tanks. And the YouTube gamer bouncing shots all day long. He's up to 2,660 damage blocked from those IS3s. And he's also pumped out nearly 1,400 hit points of damage himself. He has copped a little bit of damage. He's still bouncing shots like there's no tomorrow, as he puts another shell into the IS3 for 447. This is the defender. This is why people love the defender so much. It's one of the first premium tanks that can be genuinely used in Tier 8 Clan Wars. Generally in the past, heavy tanks, premium tanks, sorry, generally haven't got a run in Clan Wars, but since a defender came out, as well as the Scorpion G, and probably the M4190 Grand Final light tank, the German, premiums are getting a lot more of a run, and you can see that in both lineups. 4 premium tanks on BAMF's team, all defenders, and obviously the Object 252U. That'd be tempting. That'd be tempting to shoot the teammate in the back, but he chooses not to. But instead puts a shell into the enemy IS3, and as you can see, he's already up to 2,644 damage. 1 zip is the score. They still haven't spotted all the enemy tanks, which maybe some of their tanks are going for the field. We'll probably find out pretty soon. But the YouTube game is up to 2,644 damage, nearly 4,000 damage blocked in this position. He's down to 774 hit points. One of the IS3s gets killed by an unspotted tank, possibly artillery. I can't see if nobody else is stunned, so I'm not sure. He was out there on his own. YouTube gamer turns around now. He's already done 2644 damage, as I said earlier. Coming up with Rimmer in his VK100-01P. Not a bad heavy tank at all, that one. I did enjoy that grind as I was heading towards the mouse. He has a look towards the Super Pershing. He thinks, no problems, I'll penetrate that all day long. Brings his damage up over 3,000, and he's willing that gun to reload. That Super Pershing's tracked, and he doesn't get the shot off before Rimmer picks up the kill. 3-1 the score on Ruinberg. You can see a light tank and a Scorpion G have just been spotted on the other side of the map, and that's where those missing tanks were, if you like, from the TFF lads. 3-1's the score. He's up to 3,500 hit points of damage in his defender, and it looks like the YouTube game has decided that these guys who are up here surrounding the IS3 and the IS3A, as well as the T32, looks like they've got it covered. So he's heading back to base to try and get rid of that Scorpion G and stop that Scorpion G sniping out the T32s down there in the south. He's aiming towards where the Scorpion G was last seen. Still sticking with standard rounds, and why wouldn't you when the score's on 5-1. 2 kills to Philharmonic and Rimmer in their heavy tanks, and 1 to Plantronics. YouTube gamer hasn't picked up a kill yet, but he's certainly done his job as far as putting damage into these tanks goes. That Panther 8.8 is just going to cop a big shell from the defender there. Pulls back into a hold down position before the Panther 8.8 gets behind the building. Clearly the Panther 8.8 looks like he didn't quite know where that shell came from, but in the end he did move behind that building. 7-1 the score left. Just 3 enemy tanks left. The Panther 8.8, the Scorpion G, and the WZ-132. The WZ-132 gets taken out by the T-32s, and he was spotting those T-32s quite well, but obviously no artillery to speak of to drop turds on their heads. And that unknown tank that picked up the kill on Dr. Greenthumb at his IS-3 was that Scorpion G. And at this stage of the game, it is just a case of cleaning them up. Now the YouTube gamer doesn't want to poke around this corner because that Scorpion G will take him out with one shot. He's only on 336 health. Panther 8.8 on just over 700 hit points. And no idea where that Scorpion G has gone now. He was last seen just to the left of the YouTube gamer up this central road. The VK100 might spot him if he comes around there. YouTube gamer blocks a shot from the Panther 8.8. I think he put a shot into him as well. I got some assisted damage into him as well. And yeah, it's just a race to find that Scorpion G. Looking where the tanks are. 3 tanks on cap. The VK going straight through the guts. And this Southern Force moving up towards the field tells me that the Scorpion G is most likely hiding amongst those buildings. And there he is on 500 odd health. Not anymore, he's not. He loads a HE round, hoping for the kill shot into the lightly armoured turret of the Tier 8 Premium German tank destroyer, but I doubt the YouTube gamer is going to pick this one up. Ballistics in the VK picks up the kill, and in the end, a pretty comfortable win for BAMF against TFF 10-1. As we have a very quick look at the post-game battle results, you'll be able to see a pretty nice even spread of damage in this Clan Wars battle. YouTube Glamour certainly did his job. Look at all those tanks that he had a hand in killing. 3,791 hit points of damage, nearly 3,800 hit points of damage. He didn't pick up any kills, but he certainly did his job. In the premium Russian heavy tank, 10 shots fired, 9 hit, and they all did damage. Blocked nearly 4,500 hit points of damage, and that's where TFF stuffed up. I think that's 4,500 damage that they didn't do. They fired the shells, but they didn't do the damage into BAMF's team. And not a bad little profit. 78,539 credits. That's after tax with a premium account in a Clan Wars battle where he didn't need to fire full APCR, which so many people do when they're playing Tier 8 Clan Wars. And we move on to this second battle. This game is an absolute ripper. This is a game from a new contributor to the channel, the Dono, or the Dono, not sure, from Tim Clan. Of course, by the time this video goes up, Tim Clan have renamed to Life. And you can see the Dono in the very slow, heavily armoured American tank destroyer. The T28 has no turret at all. It's the one that leads to the T95, which I had so much fun playing. I've gotten rid of it now. I've unlocked the E3, but you can see armour piercing rounds do 400 average damage, 248 penetration, 297 penetration with APCR rounds. Now, he won't need APCR rounds if he gets a shot into the Churchill, straight into the side for 393 hit points of damage. Quite a few enemy tanks in this area, and of course the big downside to the T28 is it is slow as anything, and I'm tipping that's why the Dono came to this position. It's an encounter battle with the white flag over here on the east, and he doesn't want to be in a position where his gun's out of the game. He does cop a little bit of damage from a Ferdinand, but he gives one back just the same, and of course that frontal armour just there, you'll bounce shots all day long. Looks like the Ferdinand knows exactly where to shoot the T28 though, and so the Dono focusing on the Tier 8 German tank destroyer, taking him down to a one-shot, down to 71 hit points by the looks of it. They're down by a tank, 2 to 3 on mines. You can see plenty of tanks back up here looking to snipe out whatever goes for the cap. And look, I'm tipping there might be some back in the southeast on the enemy side. Fires clutch towards the T28 HTC, the heavy tank concept, this second personal reserves tank. It's another blind shot towards the Tier 7 American tank destroyer. 3-4's the score. They're only down by 1 tank, so no need to panic yet. Now they're down by 2. Puts another blind shot towards the HTC, and he loses a hell of a lot of damage in that little skirmish from the HTC, the artillery, and of course that Ferdinand was lucky enough to get another shot in. 3-7 to score now. He's got to put his Gary pants on. The Dono from Tim Clan, now known as Life, is still sticking with the standard rounds, looking for a shot on the HTC. Now that HTC does have a pretty handy gun, but of course it's not going to be as good as a Tier 8 tank destroyer's gun, that's for sure. 3-7's the score. He's picked up 2,000 damage so far. Just waiting for an opportunity. He'd love to get rid of the big gun on that Ferdinand, but the Ferdinand picks up the kill on the IS. He bounces the T28 HTC. That could have been all over for the Dono. As he pulls back, he doesn't want to get surrounded by these faster tanks. AMX 13F3. What's that? That's a Tier 6 artillery. Picks up the kill on the Spic. And that's the last of their vision over here in the northeast. He bounces a shot from the Type 58, the Tier 6 Chinese medium tank, and his team are in a hell of a lot of bother. 3-10. Lands a shot on that HTC, takes him down to 187 hit points. He'll be hoping that Scorpion G is aiming his way, otherwise he's not going to be here for much longer. Puts in another shot into the HTC, switches to APCR rounds because it's time to get the carry on, and he picks up his second kill. 2 kills in 2 shots, getting rid of the T28 HTC and the Ferdinand at Tier 8. Now it looks towards the Type 58, blows up his ammo rack. That's kill number 3 for the Dono from Tim Clan. Just one enemy tank last spotted on this northeastern flank, and that's the Churchill. That Churchill sitting on the cap circle. And it looks like he's just been lit, but he knows that that Scorpion G is in trouble. He doesn't want to lose the support of that Scorpion G, but he does. The T26 E5 picks up the kill before the Dono picks up his 4th kill, getting rid of the Panther. 9-12's the score now. Tanks are getting blown up left, right and centre here. Looks for the kill shot on that Churchill. He can't see it, so he fires blindly and does nothing, but it's just him alone versus 6 enemy tanks. 9-14 is the score. The Dono is on 4 kills, 3,843 damage. Now it's a 1 versus 5. If he can pull this off, he'll be up for a Collar Banoff's medal. 5 enemy tanks, 3 of them are SPG. 1 tank destroyer, which is the STRV S1, the premium Swedish TD, and that T3485, which looks like a pretty easy target. That's his 6th kill. That's a Top Gun confirmed, getting rid of the T3485M. That's the tank that Wargaming gave away, and very lucky that STRV, looks like that STRV was up on the hill, and looks like he tried to slide down, and sliding down that hill really didn't work for him. He's only on 89 hit points, the Dono in the T28. You can see he's picked up 4,186 hit points damage. He's on 7 kills. Make that 8 kills. That's a Radley Walters confirmed, and if he can get these last 2 kills, it'll be a Pools medal. Can't say that's something I've ever gotten. Pulls back just to make sure artillery doesn't hit him. Waits till he's unspotted. And where's he going now? The heart would be pounding pretty quickly. If that M12 and the Hummel both charged him, he would only be able to kill one of them, and the other one could get a big derp shot into the side of his tank destroyer. But it looks like they're not. Of course, those 2 tanks have not been spotted, which is no great surprise. There's still 8.5 minutes left on the clock, and of course, in these encounter battles, it takes a hell of a long time to cap it out. Now, I'm not sure how he went on this mission. He's done 3,000 hit points of damage, and his mission's to kill 2 enemy heavy tanks. Not sure if he did. Looks like artillery fired and missed. He fires clutch, misses the Hummel, and of course that Hummel, by the time he's reloaded, he probably won't have a shot, or will he? He will, but he misses again. Now the M12 thinking it's time to get brave. M12 is certainly aiming the Dono's way. He's on 8 kills, 4,456 hit points of damage so far. Looks like he's going to continue to aim towards the Hummel. Fires clutch, misses again. And it looks like the M12 might be trying to chase the Dono around this building. The M12 Tier 6 American artillery piece would certainly have a big enough gun to take the T28 out, especially on 89 hit points. And of course there's no prize for guessing which way the Hummel will be aiming. 13-14's the score. It was 1 versus 6 not so long ago. He's on 8 kills, 4,456 hit points of damage, nearly 800 damage blocked. He needs to sort this M12 out pretty quickly, because that Hummel, even at tier 6, if that Hummel's any good, he'll be just trying to splash. Just trying to splash the Dono in the big T28 heavy tank destroyer. You can see the M12 backing up now, probably trying to get unspotted himself. The fact that we can see both tanks tells me that they're both probably spotted. No idea what the Hummel's doing. He hasn't fired for a long time. Average damage is 400, so they're a one shot for each other, really. The M12 playing a pretty good game here, not yellowing, not dying, and keeping the Dono spotted for the Hummel, but no idea where the Hummel has gone. The Hummel could be anywhere. There you go. The Hummel's come in to join in the party. They're going one side each. Clearly they've been communicating well. He blocks the shot from the Hummel, puts a shell into the Tier 6 German tank destroyer, but look at the M12. The M12 gets a shot, stuns the crew, and only takes 3 hit points. I'm really not sure how the M12 only got 3 hit points, and now the Dono, he's got the rear of the M12, but a painfully slow tank destroyer, the T28, the Tier 8 American tank destroyer, the one with no turret. Is he going to risk getting shot? Auto aim, shoots him, picks up the kill. That's 10 kills on fuck you all. What a great way to end that battle on mines. It's an absolute ripper. It'll come as no surprise, it's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for the Dono from Tim Clan, now known as Life. The Hand of God medal for winning and surviving damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks. Well, every man and his dog was shooting at him at one stage. The Bruiser medal, demolition for that would have been for the ammo rack kill on the Type 58, I reckon it was. The Duelist, fire for effect. The Collar Banoff's medal for winning against 5 or more enemy tanks. He was actually up against 6 enemy tanks and he killed them all. Dimitri's medal for getting 3 artillery kills in one game. Pool's medal for getting the 10 kills. High Caliber for doing so much damage. The Spartan for surviving a non-penetrating shot from an enemy when you're on less than 10% health. That'll be because the Hummel bounced him towards the end of the game, and of course the Top Gun for picking up 10 kills. He had an absolute ripper. Lots of passages on that game, lots of players. Only one other player did more than 1,000 hit points of damage in his team, and that was that Scorpion G who was sniping all the way up till the end. 5,095 hit points of damage, 10 kills, 1,684 base experience, 25 shots fired, 17 hit, and they all did damage. Now the 25, the shots that he missed, remember he was firing blindly towards the T28 HTC as well as that Churchill at the start of the game when the Churchill was unspotted. He damaged 11 tanks, he killed 10 of them, he blocked nearly 800 damage, 5,095 hit points of damage. It cost him 11,000 credits, but well worth it for a score like that, over 5,000 experience. With the double and a premium account, he had an absolute ripper in the T28. So 2 very different Tier 8 battles, Clan Wars, BAMF versus TFF on Ruinberg, and the Dono absolutely carrying it on a Mines encounter game. Thanks very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.